Good evening, everyone. Today, I and my friend Ayushi Thakur will be presenting a case study on Enron and Tesla.
Imagine being the largest energy company in the world with a stock price that has nearly soared 300% in just a few years. That was Enron, a darling of Wall Street, praised as a model of innovation and success. Yet, behind the scenes, the giant was crumbling from within, leading to one of the most shocking corporate collapses in history. Now, I will be delving into the Enron Corporation accounting scandal, a scandal that not only led to the company's downfall, but also forever changed the landscape of corporate governance and financial regulation. Enron was founded in 1985 through the merger of Houston Natural Gas and Internorth, transforming it into an energy giant. Throughout the 1990s, Enron capitalized on deregulation in the energy markets, expanding rapidly and diversifying its business into various areas, including energy trading, broadband services, and even water management. By 2000, Enron was the seventh largest company in the United States, with a market value of over $60 billion. A 2000 Fortune magazine article hailed Enron as America's most innovative company for 6 consecutive years, emphasizing its groundbreaking approach to energy trading and its ambitious global expansion plans. Enron stock soared. Investors bought into this vision of revolutionizing the energy sector. However, beneath this veneer of success, Enron's aggressive business practices and cutthroat corporate culture laid the groundwork for its downfall. The company's leadership under CEO Jeffrey Skilling and Chairman Kenneth Slay fostered a culture of relentless profit seeking, where employees were pressured to meet increasingly unrealistic financial targets. According to a 2001 Business Week report, Enron's culture was defined by its rank and yank employee review system, which forced out the bottom 15% of performers each year. This created an environment where employees were incentivized to engage in risky and often unethical practices to meet short-term financial goals, ultimately leading to a widespread manipulation of financial statements and accounting fraud. Enron's aggressive use of SPEs, or special purpose entities, to hide debt and inflate revenue was another manifestation of this culture. A 2002 New York Times investigation revealed that Enron's executives used these off balance sheet partnerships to obscure the company's true financial condition, misleading investors and regulators alike. To understand the full scope of the Enron scandal, we need to dive into the specific accounting irregularities that allowed the company to appear financially healthy when in reality it was on the brink of collapse. Enron's leadership, driven by an insatiable desire to maintain its rapidly inflating stock prices, engaged in a series of deceptive accounting practices. As a report of special committee of Enron's board concluded, executives intentionally manipulated the company's profit, inflating them by almost $1 billion in the year before Enron's collapse through Byzantine dealings with a group of partnership. This was stated in a New York Times article published February 3rd, 2002. At the heart of these practices were SPs, complex financial instruments that Enron exploited to conceal debt and inflate profits. Rather than managing risk, Enron used these SPs to create an illusion of financial health. According to a report, Enron failed to properly follow the dictates of federal security laws, and its executives engaged in numerous intentional acts to deceive investors, directors, and in some cases, one another. One of the most notorious SPs created by Enron was Raptor. The entity was structured to appear independent, but it was actually backed by Enron stock, creating a significant conflict of interest. As reported, the transactions which resulted in the collapse of the companies were caused by a flawed idea, self enrichment by employees, inadequately designed controls, poor implementation, inattentive oversight, simple and not so simple accounting mistakes, and overreaching in a culture that appears to have encouraged pushing the limits. Enron's scandal extended beyond the US borders. As Ted C. Fisherman noted in USA Today, over the last decade, the company has been leaving its now familiar and distasteful track half a world away in the Indian province of Maharashtra, where it attempted to bring online a $2 billion to $3 billion power plant. Dubious accounting, cryonism, political meddling, and abuse of the people they claim to serve. This was stated in USA Today article published on Jan 29, 2002. The World Bank criticized the power plant project as economically unviable, and Indian citizens protesting the deal faced violence with local police being paid by Enron. Arthur Anderson, Enron's accounting firm, played a pivotal role in enabling these deceptive practices. The New York Times article noted that Anderson's auditors were not only aware of the Enron's questionable accounting practices, but also actively participated in concealing them. The firm's close relationship with Enron, including lucrative consulting contracts, severely compromised its independence and objectivity. The Enron scandal exposed the dangers of corporate greed and the importance of ethical business practices. The collapse of the company, once a symbol of American corporate success, sent shockwaves through the financial world and led to significant reforms in the corporate governance and the auditing standards. As the report observed, many of those consequences could and should have been avoided. This scandal serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked corporate ambition and the need for rigorous oversight to prevent future financial disasters. The collapse of Enron in December 2001 was a watershed moment for corporate America, leading to the enactment of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act in 2002. This landmark legislation aimed to enhance corporate governance and accountability in response to widespread financial malfeasance exposed by the scandal. The Sarbanes-Oxley Act introduced stringent regulations, including the requirements for companies to establish internal controls and conduct regular audits. It also imposed harsher penalties for the corporate fraud, making it clear that unethical practices could no longer be tolerated. The fallout from Enron was not limited to regulatory reforms. The Enron scandal fundamentally altered the landscape of energy industry. It prompted increased scrutiny of energy companies and led to the introduction of new regulations aimed at preventing similar abuses. The FERC, or Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, began to impose stricter oversight on energy trading practices, ensuring that the companies could no longer manipulate markets as Enron had once done. Investors' confidence took a significant hit in the wake of the scandal, leading to a more cautious approach to investments in the energy sector. The once booming market became characterized by skepticism as stakeholders demanded greater transparency and accountability from energy companies. This shift emphasized the need for ethical leadership and sound corporate governance to restore trust and ensure market stability. In summary, the Enron scandal serves as a stark reminder for the consequences of unethical behavior in business. The regulatory reforms that followed, particularly the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, have had a long-lasting impact on the corporate governance and accounting practices, promoting transparency and accountability. The legal repercussions faced by Enron executives and the collapse of Arthur Andersen underscore the importance of ethical leadership in preventing corporate malfeasance. As we reflect on this case, it is crucial to emphasize the importance of ethical leadership, transparency, and strong corporate governance. Companies must prioritize these values to prevent future scandals and to ensure the stability of our financial markets. This lesson learned from Enron's failure can guide us towards a more responsible and ethical business environment, ultimately benefiting investors, employees, and society as a whole. Thank you. Now, my friend Suresh will be talking about the Tesla case study.
Now we'll be analyzing the complex case of Tesla accidents and analyzing the impact of autonomous driving technology. Tesla, a leader in the electric vehicle market, has made headlines not just for its innovation but also for the safety concerns associated with its autopilot feature. As Tesla continues to push the boundaries of autonomous driving, it faces increased scrutiny over the real world implications of its technology, especially regarding the safety of both drivers and pedestrians. This explores the multifaceted nature of Tesla accidents, focusing on the underlying technological issues, regulatory responses, and public perception, with insights from various experts and witnesses. Technological challenges and reality of autopilot. Tesla's autopilot system is designed to assist drivers by automating certain aspects of driving, such as lane keeping and adaptive cruise control. Despite its potential to enhance road safety, the system has faced criticism for its limitations, which have led to numerous accidents. According to a study by Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT), drivers relying on self-driving vehicles like Tesla's autopilot tend to become less attentive to their surroundings, which increases the risk of accidents. This observation is echoed by Tesla accident attorney Arish Kordanji, who notes that when drivers trust technology too much, they become complacent. And that's where the danger lies. Environmental factors also significantly impact the performance of Tesla's autopilot. Nico, a writer for the drive, emphasizes that harsh sunlight, fog, or heavy rain can confuse autopilot sensors, leading to dangerous misjudgments. Similarly, the unpredictable nature of road conditions, such as icy patches or poorly marked lanes, can cause the system to behave erratically. These vulnerabilities underscore the reality that autopilot, while advanced, is not infallible and requires constant human oversight to prevent accidents. Now we move on to regulatory and legal responses to Tesla accidents. The rise in Tesla accidents has prompted investigations by various regulatory bodies, including the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The agency has expressed concern over incidents where Tesla vehicles equipped with autopilot have collided with stationary emergency vehicles, particularly in low light conditions. Former NHTSA head Mark Roskine commented, autonomous technology holds great promise, but we must ensure that these systems are as safe as possible before they are widely deployed. In response to these incidents, some states have begun to reevaluate the safety of Tesla's full self driving capabilities. California, a key market for Tesla, has initiated reviews of the company's self driving features. Uh, Legal challenges have also emerged, with Tesla owners filing lawsuits that allege the company's autopilot system is defective and lacks essential safety features, leading to avoidable accidents. A recent lawsuit in California claims that Tesla's autopilot is unreliable and prone to sudden, uncommanded maneuvers, which has led to serious accidents and injuries. Now we move on to public perception and the future of autonomous driving. Public perception of Tesla's autopilot is shaped by both the company's high-profile accidents, while many Tesla enthusiasts see autopilot as a revolutionary step towards fully autonomous driving. Critics argue that Tesla's marketing may mislead consumers into believing the system is more capable than it is. The term autopilot gives people the impression that they can take their hands off the wheel, and that's simply not true, says Jeffrey Tumlin, a transportation expert. The recent spate of Tesla accidents serves as a sobering reminder that the road to full autonomy is fraught with challenges that must be addressed through careful regulation, ongoing technological refinement, and a commitment to transparency. As Tesla continues to innovate, it must also acknowledge the importance of safety and the need for drivers to remain vigilant. Now, I'd like to conclude this issue. Tesla's journey with Autopilot highlights the broader challenges facing the autonomous driving industry. While its technology holds great promise, its current limitations have led to several serious accidents that have sparked legal, regulatory, and public relations challenges for the company. As we move towards a future where autonomous driving becomes more prevalent, it is crucial that companies like Tesla prioritize safety and transparency to ensure that their innovations truly benefit society. Thank you.